Hey everybody, welcome back to CAF's Heroes of Sport. My name is Bob Abbott, co-founder of the Challenged Athletes Foundation. Every week we chat with some of the world's most awesome challenged athletes, and this week is no different. We get to chat with Kinnon Browne, who has an amazing background. Kinnon, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
When I read about your background and saw how you'd been doing swim, bike, run pretty much your whole life, and then all of a sudden in 2015 you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to go big and I'm going to jump in and do 4 Ironman branded events in the same year. I thought, I need to bring Lucy Charles-Barclay on board here to join the conversation, because Lucy in 2012 missed out making the Olympic team in both water swimming and in the pool, and then decided, oh, I don't know, I think I'll do an Ironman. And next thing you know, she's finished second in Kona the last 3 years. She has won the Challenge Championship 17, 18, and 19. She's won Challenge Roth. She has won Ironman Lanzarote, Ironman South Africa. Lucy Charles-Barclay joins us. Lucy, how are you?
Hey Bob. Hey Kinnon.
Hi, Lucy.
Great. Hey, so great to be here and so lovely to meet you via Zoom. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Hey, Kinnon, give us a little bit on your background. Like I mentioned, you've been doing swim, bike, run pretty much your whole life, but had never really got into the sport of triathlon. What got you into it?
Well, my brother, actually, he's been doing the Lake Placid Ironman, full Ironman for 9 to 10 years easily. And since I was running and swimming and biking pretty much my whole life, in school, I was a runner. I did swimming and cycling. I'm from upstate New York, and he'd been doing it for a long time. So when I moved to Arizona, you can train year round, which was fantastic. So I decided that it was time to put all of that work together and start off. So that's really what got me involved in triathlon.
Yeah, and so when you talk about 2015, when you did get into it, you're talking Oceanside 70.3, Lake Placid full, which you did to your brother, Henderson, Nevada 70.3, Ironman Arizona. I remember that year. That was a freezing cold year. And
Yes,
so you
it
had
was.
hypothermia and had that. So that's the list now, right? You got to go back and finish that one.
I do. It's on the list. That's my goal. My ultimate goal is to do that. I just turned 62 this year. So in 3 years, my goal is to compete in the Arizona full Ironman again and finish the whole thing. So that's the goal.
In 2016, is that when you were hit by the car?
I was actually hit by the car December 19th in 2015.
Okay.
So it was right before Christmas, and I was training. I had just finished. I literally had a half a mile to go to get to my car, and I was hit by a car. I'd been training with a friend of mine, and we had just finished probably a good 45-mile ride. And because Oceanside was coming up in March, so you can't take too much time off. So then my whole life changed. I ended up in the hospital for a long time. And unfortunately, my foot, my whole leg had been crushed basically, and 2 major veins had been severed. So they reconstructed my leg, reconstructed my foot, but my foot was dying. So they kept trying for months and months and months to save it. And eventually they did. I mean, we had to do quite a few surgeries. And then when I got out of the hospital, it was just basically, okay, it's 2016, it's, the end of March. And I knew I'd be stuck at home. I was still in a wheelchair, leg was still healing. And, but I was determined I wasn't going to let this, ruin my life. The whole year of 2016 just kind of disappeared. It's like, I don't even count that year. I kind of moved to 2017 because 2016 really was all about recovery, trying to get to the point where I could walk. I didn't walk for a long time. I had a lot of issues with muscle imbalance. And when I finally got a orthotics that would help me walk, I started slowly moving in September, October of 2016. And then in 2017 started, I was like, okay, I'm going to race in 2018. So I have to just buckle down, deal with this pain, push it through. And that's what I did.
So Lucy, obviously in your career, you have the disappointment of not making the Olympics, and you can be really down about that. But you found a new sport similar to and getting all in. You went all in, and what was it about this new sport that you love so much?
I think there were so many things I loved about triathlon. I think the main one was definitely the variety of having three sports to train for. So if you didn't fancy swimming one day, then you could just go run or ride your bike. So that was the main appeal. It just seemed so much more fun to have that variety of free sports. But also the community was just so friendly. So you just got that really positive and friendly feeling from the sport. And I just think, particularly in the long course, because it's so tough, the amount of training required to do that distance, it's just, everyone's got that respect for one another just because it is so difficult. So you'll be out doing a long ride and everyone will be saying hey and giving you kind of that respect just because it is so tough. So yeah, there's loads of things I love about it, but I think that's the main thing, that the really positive, friendly community and just the variety of training that you can do for swim, bike and run.
So Kinnon, you came back and did a 70.3 with your leg, with your salvage leg. How was that? How'd you get through that? And the pain must have been
it was very difficult. I couldn't walk straight because my ankle was pretty much, it was attached in there, but it was pretty much a non-functional from the knee down. My leg was not functional. So it was really difficult. I actually had an infection that I'd had in the bottom of my foot for probably 3 months that still wasn't healing. And and this is Lake Placid. So it was an open, it's a lake swim. So luckily it was pretty clean. So, I had to deal with the idea of that, getting infected and still running through it. I did really well. I had assistance getting out of the water because I couldn't walk barefoot. And so I got assistance with that, got on the bike. My transitions were horrible. They took forever. You had to dry everything off and change the bandage, put the shoes back on. And, but I pushed through that. The ride, part of the problem with the cycling at that time was my foot would go completely numb and I wouldn't be able to feel it, and it'd be a tremendous amount of pain in the foot. So probably about 35 miles in, it was starting to get pretty bad, and I was just like, I got to keep doing this. I got to finish this race. This is my goal. I got to prove that I can do this, and I made it through. I kind of walked, run pretty much the whole half marathon portion, but it was extremely exciting. It was probably, I would say, the proudest moment I'd had in my short little Ironman career so far. My whole family was there. My brother was there. He did the race with me. Of course, he finished, an hour and a half before me, but but I had two of my best friends that were there, and the girl that had been traveling with me the day that I had the accident, she was there with me. So it was really a very moving, inspirational moment to compete that. It was hard. It was really difficult, just due to the pain. I had trained for, a good 15, 16 months, very slow training, but to prepare myself for that race. So I was ready for it, and I was really, really happy that I got through that. So
after you finished that race, is that when you sort of made the decision, okay, this leg has got to go? I think it's
it was, the pain just got worse and worse. And like I said in my letter to you guys originally, that I pretty much cried every day. It was tough. It was really, really tough to stand up. I couldn't put any weight on my foot without pain shooting right up through my leg. So I had a lymphatic issue in the lower half of the leg. The lymphatic system wasn't working, and the leg kept swelling even worse than it had been when I had been training for the whole year. So I decided that this just, I can't live my life like this. I'll have a better shot at being able to do the things that I love to do if I get the leg removed. So I started through that process, went to see the surgeons, talked to them, and they all agreed that, the leg unfortunately just was not functioning as a normal leg, and that my chances of having a much more active and pain-free life was to do the amputation. So, yeah.
Well, and the cool part about that is then you get to have one of these, right?
I do.
You get to get your cool old running leg.
Yes, I'm extremely excited about that. Yes.
And Lucy, you can relate to new graphite and new carbon fiber, and that makes everybody like little graphite and carbon fiber in their life.
I think that's going to be even more amazing than any new bike, to be honest, just because it will allow you to do what you love doing. Obviously, you can get on any old bike, but to have the running leg that you need to allow you to go and do what you love doing and give you that passion back and allow you to get out there and do all the challenges that you love, it's just amazing. And it's so inspiring just to hear what you've been through and that you're still getting through it and you're just muscling through. You're so tough. I can't even comprehend what you've been through. It's just unbelievable.
So Lucy, when you come into this sport, when you're in swimming, basically you're with a small group of elite swimmers. When you get into this sport and you see the age groupers and you meet someone like Kinnon, I'm guessing that's a pretty cool aspect of this that maybe you didn't have in swimming.
Yeah, I think the really great thing with triathlon is I came in as a real novice. So I really appreciated from the very bottom end of the sport what it required to do an Ironman, to do a half Ironman, to complete an Olympic distance, because I went through the process myself. So I think that's just where I have the full respect for all the age group athletes, because I've been there when you had to juggle it with your work life and get your training in around your family and everything else. So I know how difficult that is because I've done it myself. So I just have that full respect. And actually, when I hear some of the stories of some of the age groupers, and just like yours, Kinnon, when I hear these stories, they inspire me as well and just make me think, when I'm tired and I don't want to do a session, well, I've got no excuse. I need to just get on with it and get out there. So yeah, it is just super inspiring hearing all these amazing stories. I think triathlon's got so many stories of inspiring people, and yours is definitely one of them.
So Kinnon, what does it mean to you to receive this grant from Challenge Athletes Foundation and from OSER Prosthetics?
Oh my God, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. This will give me the opportunity to really push myself forward, and especially for the running portion of all of the races that I want to do. But just being part of this family is truly an honor. I mean, when I first made the decision to do the amputation, I had, I'm online, I'm Googling everything, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm up against, and I did come across the Challenge Athletes Foundation. And I watched a few videos and I listened to it a little bit, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I don't know if I'll ever be able to be that good. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get back to that. I want to get back to that, but I don't know, I was totally impressed by how the struggles of other, how everybody has gone through different aspects of issues in their life, and they've overcome them. And I'm not a quitter. I'm kind of a person who, if you give me a challenge, I'm going to master that challenge, and then I'm just going to keep going forward. So being part of this group is giving me the opportunity to really bring the Challenge athletes purpose and goal for all of the people that I meet and are involved with. Because as Lucy said, the triathlon community is massive and it's huge and it's wonderful. I have never met anybody who was negative about being a triathlete. Everybody has the same goal and drive and passion for the sport. And I want to be able to bring this particular sport to a larger group of people that are as challenged as I am, and in any kind of way. So it's a huge honor to be part of this.
How important has your prosthetist been in this? Is it Seth O'Brien is working with you?
Oh, Seth is amazing. Seth is also an amputee. He's also a triathlete. And I believe that he actually did the race several years ago. And when he was first going through his situation, he said that he was there one time when it was right after Robin Williams passed away. So I'm not really sure what year that was, but he has been a huge supporter of me getting back into what I want to do. And it's funny because when I went to see the surgeon and we talked about where I was going and what I was going to do and what my goals were, they recommended artificial limb specialist. They recommended Seth 100%. So when I went to see him and I told him what my goals were, I knew exactly that he was going to be the perfect person for me. So the whole team, that whole team is wonderful. So he's been.
The goal is to Arizona in 3 years. Ironman, because you got some unfinished business there. You got to go get that.
Yeah.
And then this October, you maybe
this
be
October,
on a relay team for San Diego.
Yeah, I'm going to be on a relay team. Seth is going to be part of it. I believe he's going to run and I'm going to ride. So we're looking for a swimmer, and then we're going to sign up to do the race. So
wait.
Very excited about that.
You're looking for a swimmer, you said?
Yes.
I think I know somebody who does a little bit of swimming, who's always first out of the water. If she can make it to San Diego in October, I maybe we fill out your relay team. That would be pretty fun.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I must check my diary, but yeah, I'm swimming not too bad at the moment, so I'd be happy to be in your team if you want me.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be wonderful. Yeah, I'll talk to Seth.
I watched Lucy this weekend doing Super League, and that is, I love the fact that besides doing these events that are 9 hours, Lucy also jumps into these super fast, quick events. How important is that for you, Luce, in terms of just keeping that raw speed?
Yeah, I think, well, there's just so much to it. Obviously, I've got a project next year where I'm trying to break 8 hours for the Ironman distance. So I feel like in order to do that, I need to strip it back and try. Yeah. Yeah. So I think by going back to the kind of raw speed and building that up again, so that then over the long distance, hopefully that will translate into swimming, biking, running faster over those longer distances. So that was kind of one of the things. And obviously I do love a challenge. I love to throw myself in the deep end. So I thought this could be a real challenge. It's completely different to what I normally do. It's against the top ITU girls who are used to going hard for a short amount of time. Whereas this was basically 45 minutes all in of mixing up swim, bike, run order. Yeah, so I knew it was going to be a challenge, but I kind of just wanted to see how I got on. And obviously with COVID, there hasn't been much racing happening. So it was just nice to be at another event and get the opportunity to race again. So it was actually so much fun. Like I would definitely do another one.
Love it. I want to thank both of you for taking time to join me on CAF's Heroes of Sport. Lucy, Charles-Barclay, Kinnon Browne. Hopefully we'll have a relay team together at San Diego Triathlon Challenge. Kinnon, great to have you part of the CAF family, and hopefully we'll three of us will get together in October. Thanks, you guys.
Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. This is truly an honor.
Thank you, Kinnon. Hey, Lucy, thank you so much.
Thank you, Lucy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And so amazing to hear your story, Kinnon. And I really hope I can meet you in person in October. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Again, CAF's Heroes of Sport. My name is Bob Babbitt. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We will catch you next time. See ya.
Bye.